On the morning of March 9th, 2008, hundreds of aspiring producers from all over the country and all over the world converge on what has become the most anticipated event in hip-hop.
Money Management Group One Stop Shop 2008. This is the second one. We're going to get bigger and bigger.
And this year, Sha Money XL has done it bigger than ever, bringing together the most widely respected cats in the game, from A&Rs to producers.
Being at the conference last year, I think people didn't realize the level of what Sha was doing. He was bringing serious heavy hitters, a serious conference to network, to get your beats out. The beat battle was hot, and I think this year more exposure. It's just going to be a bigger and better every year.
And I think this is great that bringing producers together. That's what we're about over at Scratch and also at Rehab, is bringing like-minded individuals together and doing events like that. And I think this is perfect. It's right in line with everything that we're doing. So we want to come out, support what he's doing, and get a chance to soak in a lot of the knowledge that's on those panels, man, for sure.
Among the crowd, a familiar face. S1, who was a finalist in last year's beat battle, decided to come back, and this time, he didn't come alone.
So, it was only right for us to come back, support, and I have to bring some of my peeps, after they hearing the experience that we got, I have to bring my peeps out.
Last year, I knew about it, but I wasn't able to make it out with the funds, but he was like, it's a must that I be here this year, man, because so much networking going on, so much opportunity, Next year, hopefully, I'll be back and I enter the beat battle.
Outside, producers Mustafa Beats and Apex explain that getting heard isn't as hard as most producers might think, especially when you're here.
I got 50 on the track, this man, he got 50 on this track, but it's a real deal, all you gotta do is submit your stuff and people gonna look at it and really listen to it. Don't think they're not gonna listen to it.
Just take something that sounds good and make it your own, man. Pretty much, that's producing, dog. So you can have a hit, you never know.
And it starts right in here, as the panel discussions begin. It's where it all happens, the place where serious knowledge is about to drop.
Imagine if you online and you looking for some tracks, and you hear about 15 of the worst beats ever, back to back. It's like you get deterred, you know what I'm saying? So you end up turning your computer off sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I know you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to your beats as soon as I get them, you know what I'm saying? It's like you need something else, like J Hatch was saying. It's that kind of, this is a start, you know what I'm saying? Anybody in here, send me an email to shalikbeats@gmail. I'm gonna listen to it as long as you put you was here, you know what I'm saying? I know that you're going that far to, pursue your career.
Sometimes you can't avoid people trying to steal your track. Like on my last album, I got sued by a guy who says he made the track. I asked him to produce the files. He had the files. Both producers had the files. I'm like, I didn't know what to do. So I'm taking the guy's word for it, that said that he sold the track to me, but he had the file. So I broke off the other guy. He wanted $20,000. Gave him $20,000. This guy sues me for giving him $20,000. And I'm like, what do? People it's dishonest people out there. It's gonna happen.
I got love for all A&R, but I'm gonna put it down like this. A&R gonna tell you how your producer ain't as hot as he used to be, ain't as hot as the hottest dude that's out right now, and give you all the reasons why he shouldn't be cutting you a check, not knowing that he's just a gatekeeper for a major corporation. All right? Understand that the A&R is just like us, because when he gets fired, he got to come out and start grinding.
And the fact of the matter is, pirates are the best distribution network on the planet. You just gotta know how to work with those guys. Yeah. They're sitting on the other side of the table from you guys right now. Bring them to your side of the table. Make them part of your deal. Turn them into entrepreneurs. They're out there, they're motivated. They're smart, they're working, they're motivated, they're out there sharing. They're the best distribution channel out there, but no one looks at it that way. Because they stole from you guys, they stole from everybody. But get them on your side. Work with them, use them.
Then came one of the biggest highlights of the conference, the all-star producer panel.
I'm in the same situation as Premier because I was a DJ first. And DJing saved my life because it gave me my ears. So when I'm in the studio banging, I already know how the crowd's gonna react. And most of my records up until today, I go to the club first before any label person hear it, the radio. I'm in the club. I want to stop it in the middle of whatever the hottest record and throwing this record on, stamping my name on it or whatever. So if it's whack, people could clear the floor. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not, you know, they got to stay to the floor. And like everybody say they got hot this, hot that. Listen, man, go test that out with the people that don't give a fuck about you. They spent their money to be in the club, you know what I'm saying? And put your money where your mouth is and get the real results. And not just somebody just yesing you to death. You got to really, you know, be ready for war. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody sitting at this table is ready for war. You know, everybody's sitting here trying to take our place. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. But that just keeps me on my feet and you know, I'm not too cool to listen to whoever got the newest sound or the newest music. I encourage everybody to do something different. And it's all love, you know?
I think the biggest thing that everybody should understand is evolution. When it comes to time, it's new things that come along. Like I watched Dre change from tape to Pro Tools. Like I thought I'd never see that day, but you know, he was just like, you know, start changing everything because it's like sometimes you can't be afraid to change. If you're afraid to change, then like I said yesterday, you're just not really in the right game.
You have to touch and impact just like we do. We do the same to you to make you like what we do. And it's gonna eventually happen. You can't put a time stamp on it. I don't care if you get turned down for the next 5 one-stop shops here. The 6th one, you may be the man that we looking up to you now. You know what I mean? Because we already made our mark. But that doesn't mean you ain't gonna make it just because you're still trying to build your craft. And that's pretty much the gist of it.
I'll say the curse word right quick. Soulja Boy. Everybody want to curse the Soulja Boy, but like minus the creative aspect of it, he has something and he put it out there, and some people reacted to it. So I always say, like, why don't the people who are quote unquote more creative, integrity, take advantage of what's out here? Because if you got something that's really good, the speakers don't lie. When you turn them on, either people react or they don't react. And that's the bottom line. You got to get it out there, and people will seek you out when you have it.
You don't beef with other producers. Like, there's no such thing as producer beef. You cheer. That's so stupid. Like,
we might battle.
You champion. I heard somebody in the previous panel say hip hop is like a fraternity. Producers is really a fraternity. Like, it really is. Like, it's some kind of sensation you see when you see another producer. Like, you know, when I seen, it's the first time me and Denon Porter meeting each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I've heard so much about him, he heard so much about me, and it's like we finally meet. It's like Jedis, man. It's like that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's all of that comes in being a producer to me.
Every producer that come through my lab, I'm always, you know, hey man, you know what an SP1200 is? Yeah. You know what an MPC 60 is? You know what, I mean, MU didn't just start from the Proteus, you know what I mean? It started from the Drumulator and a lot of other machines. So it's like, and at the same time, even when it comes to recording, I mean, from when I first started producing, I mean, I used to have to be there to splice my two tracks, you know, after we mixed something on 2-inch reel, and we used to have to arrange the album and sit there and splice for about 10 hours out of a day, just putting the whole album together before they had digital editing. So to a certain degree, and I'm not the type of guy who really wants anybody to just walk through the same mud that I walk through, but I at least want them to have some of that knowledge to understand the analog world too. You know what I mean? That's really where it comes from. You know, you could everybody be saying like, okay, I wanted to get it to sound warm, but it's only a few people who really know what we mean when we say we want it to sound warm. You see what I'm saying? Everybody be like, oh, the warm sound, but you don't know what that means. You just hear everybody say that, but when we say a warm sound, it's that analog tape, you know what I mean? And even with DJing, I think every DJ should learn how to do it on wax first. Then you move to the CDJs and the Serato. I mean, now I'm glad Serato's use turntables, you know, so long as you still incorporate the history of this, which still, come on, I still use the MPC and the ASR. SP1200 sometimes too. So it's like, as long as you just keep in your mind that, you know, at least want to learn some of the old equipment, even if you don't buy it, just understand what a lot of that comes from. You know what I mean? That way you'll really understand, you know, how it really works. You know what I'm saying?
Artist Slick and Rose, they were signed to Virgin Japan. And that was kind of like a big record in Japan that nobody knew I did, because I didn't have a Canon brand at that time. But you know, so my very first, you know, breakout record was Young Jeezy, and I think, you know, him and his momentum and me and Drama's momentum kind of went hand in hand that got the ball rolling on my production career. You know what I mean? And Jay-Z co-signing on the remix was just another way for me to get into another market. You know what I mean? So I think that, you know, that whole mixtape Southern blow up between Gangsta Grills and the Cannon brand kind of solidified me as one of the next up-and-coming producers.
But there was another up-and-coming producer in the crowd who's also breaking through. His name, Il Na Na, last year's Beat Battle champion.
First of all, this year, there was some hot producers in the game, and I heard a lot of great beats, man. Cats is slamming. So I want to just let you know that I was feeling everything I was hearing.
And once again, the Beat Battle was on.
He got Chameleon there rhyming over here in his head. I see it right now. We might be selling some tracks tonight, y'all. Turn it up a little bit. Turn it up, man.
After 2 incredible days of beat battles, M-Phases of Australia took home the crown. But it wasn't a wrap just yet. 3 producers emerged from the crowd: DJ Cannon, Static Selector, and DJ Green Lantern.
Anyone want to battle? The last one will survive. Wow. That guy's a wrecking machine. Rock here can't win.
If you're a producer, if you're a music lover, if you're a rapper, you need to be at this conference. It's a very, very necessary tool to network. I mean, look around the lobby, man. Everybody is here talking to somebody. Everybody's here putting their CD out. You never know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna leave a CD with. I mean, leave a lasting impression to get you on. So, you know, last year to this year, it's just gonna get better.